I know we all know how to communicate, but this is about being conscious of it, being proactive about it, and really creating that opportunity for connection. Again, you know, people are craving connection at the moment, more so than they have perhaps in the last decade. It's becoming more and more important to feel part of what's going on, to understand what's going on. And as leaders, we need to be visible. We need to show up, and communicating is such a key to that, to building trust and connection. And so I want to just share with you a really simple way of making sure that you give people the message, the information that they need, whether it's a colleague, whether it's a team member, whether it's a stakeholder. You know, they want to know, what is it that's actually going on? And there are 4 key Ps, I guess you would say. And I'm just going to pop my iPad up again. So there are 4 key dimensions, 4 key Ps that we want to talk about or share with people when we're talking about the messaging. You know, how do you give them the right message? And so this little model will just help you to come up with those messages. So there are 4 key Ps, as I said. When we are messaging people, when we want to share information with them, this is what I want you to consider in your messaging. The first thing is, what's the purpose? So if you're leading a change, if you're leading a team, if you're leading a project, if you're leading a decision, a business case, you know, what is the purpose of this? And really, purpose is about answering the question, why? Why are we doing this? Why now? Why does it make a difference? All right, so that we want to answer that question. The second P is picture. What's the picture when we get there? What's the picture when we get to the end of the project, the end of the change, when we implement, you know, the thing the business case is about? What is the picture? And that's about, where are we going? What does it look like when we get there? What does it feel like? What will I be doing? And so we answer the question. Let me just go sideways here. Where? Where are we going? And then the third thing that we want to focus on in our messaging to make it really clear is the pathway. And the pathway is, what do we need to do to get there, to get from where we are to where we want to be? What is the pathway that we need to follow? And so that's the question we need to answer. What do we need to do? Okay. And then finally, what we want to do is we want people to understand their part. And that's the 4th P. What is the part you want people to play? You know, how do you want them to contribute? How do you want them to participate? And so that's the question we need to answer. How? How can people be involved? How can they help? How can they, you know, contribute to whatever the change, the project, the activity, you know, whatever it is? How can they be part of that? And it's a really simple little formula that will help you to give crystal clear messages to the people around you, whether they're colleagues, stakeholders, team members, customers. You know, if you can give those messages really clearly, then people can, you know, they can feel like they know what's going on. They can feel part of it. They can trust you because you're being super transparent, and you're building connection with them because you've got this continuous communication. Communicate regularly, often, through different channels, different modes, you know, and of course, communication is 2-way, and you know all of that.